What's up, family? Why can't our seniors just get a break for a change? First, we hear that Social Security is not going to be around after the next decade, and then we find out that inflation has changed everything for our Social Security recipients. And now, some of our most vulnerable Americans are scrambling on what exactly to do moving forward. Well, today we have more disappointing news regarding our Social Security recipients and our Medicaid recipients. Some Americans are about to lose their benefits. Cuts to Social Security could be coming very, very soon. And here's who's exactly will be affected. Yes, Social Security continues to face long-term shortfalls that could lead to smaller payments for our retirees. And yes, the Social Security program is expected to run dry within a decade as a result of slower economic growth. And today's youngest retirees could be among the first in the nation to see their benefits cut in half. Now, these new particular findings from the Social Security and the Medicare Trustees report are showing the entitlement program continues to face insolvency as soon as 2033, a year earlier that previously was projected, which was 2034, unless some major changes are made before 2034 to shore up the trust fund for Social Security. More than 66 million Americans would see a benefit reduction between about 23% up to 25%, according to the latest reports. Now, again, retirees are feeling the impact as Social Security checks continue to fall short. We saw this last year where the Social Security checks ended up falling short, and here we are, could be facing the same thing this year as well. According to the Senior Citizens League, reported that the 5.9% inflation adjustment was 46% short of the actual inflation figure on average every single month. Now, again, American senior citizens and retirement communities might be feeling the additional financial strain in recent months as there was a big shortfall in the Social Security payments last year. And according to a nonpartisan Senior Citizens League, there was a sharp increase in the cost of living adjustment for 2022, and inflation adjusted payments given to Social Security recipients decreased in the same year, which all of this resulted in a 46% gap in the monthly benefit checks received by 70 million Americans. Now, again, like I said, Social Security and Medicare recipients continue to suffer throughout this economic times that we are dealing with right now, considering that we saw the high increase in inflation in the year of 2022, which we are still dealing with the remnants of the same inflation right now. I know the Fed chairman continues to try to raise interest rates to lower the inflation rate, but so far, it is not working, guys. It has only dropped just a little bit, which is causing the economy to pretty much fall into a recession. However, some individuals in this country are still not necessarily feeling the remnants of the economic downturn that we're experiencing right now. But we are only talking about the 1% of Americans. However, about the 99% of Americans, they are all feeling it in their pocketbooks, especially when it's time to put food on their table. Now, again, the organization for the Senior Citizens League has reported that the Social Security recipients received a 5.9% cost of living adjustment, or better known as COLA. They received this earlier this year in January, which saw the average benefit check increase by $92.30 from the previous amount of $1,564 that was given out in 2021. And then in 2022, it was increased to around $1,656. So again, the Senior Citizen League has reported, however, that the 5.9% increase in inflation adjustment was short of the actual inflation figure every single month by 46% on average. So what does this mean? Well, it means that our Social Security recipients are still receiving the brunt of these economic challenges in this country, and we've got to do something about it. I mean, right now they're experiencing these initial challenges right now, but it could get even worse over time. We already know that coming soon we have on the table with Congress and lawmakers in which the U.S. debt ceiling is about to run out of money. Yes, the government is going to run out of money unless Congress, lawmakers, representatives are able to do something about it. Right now, before the deadline, which I believe is around June or late July, the deadline is on the table, guys. And unless they are able to come up with a new amount to raise the debt ceiling, our Social Security recipients could be on the verge of losing out on even more benefits. And yes, guys, we see right here that the U.S. debt ceiling crisis is around the corner, and it could delay our Social Security recipients because they rely on their Social Security checks every single month in order to put food on their tables, in order to pay for their bills, in order to just survive life, as well as pay for their medications, which obviously continue to keep rising. However, if the United States, if the government, if the lawmakers, if the people in Congress, as well as President Biden are unable to figure out the negotiations in regards to raising the debt ceiling, Social Security recipients could have a huge delay on receiving their Social Security monthly payments. And guys, let's just be frank, guys, even a short delay could still be a big burden for Americans who continue to rely on their Social Security checks every single month because this is their main source of income. So yes, guys, given the current balance in the Social Security Trust Fund, which is around $2.8 trillion as of now, the government would be able to ensure that the payment of Social Security benefits and the rest of the government as well for a considerable period without increasing the debt limit. Robinson said in a report, as long as there is a positive balance in the Social Security Trust Funds, the Treasury Secretary has both the authority and the obligation to pay Social Security benefits. But without the authority provided by increasing or suspending the debt limit, it is more likely that in the past that Social Security beneficiaries will feel the full impact of a default if Congress lawmakers are unable to raise the debt ceiling by the deadline, which is pretty much projected to happen in the month of June. Now, just keep in mind, guys, that this is just an estimate that they would run out of money by the month of June. However, it could happen much sooner. It could happen in the month of May, which, guys, do you realize that May is just next month? We are almost there. But anyways, guys, yes, they could run out of money by the month of May, by the month of June, or even by the month of July. But either way it goes, guys, this could cause huge issues for millions of Americans out there who depend on these Social Security payments to come every single month in their accounts. So anyways, guys, like I said, we could have a huge problem on the horizon, but hopefully Congress does their job, President Biden does his job, as well as lawmakers on Capitol Hill do something about it. We have high anticipation that they will, but if they don't, if they are unable to raise the debt ceiling, Social Security recipients could be in for a run. But anyways, guys, like I said earlier, Social Security faces insolvency, in which it was previously projected to run out of money in the year of 2034. However, those numbers have been projected to actually go down a little bit, which now they're projecting right here that it could happen as early as 2033, which is 1 year sooner than previously expected. So anyways, guys, Social Security, Medicare continue to face long-term shortfalls that could lead to smaller payments in the near future. But anyways, guys, also we did hear from Mitt Romney, in which he has huge questions, and he has pretty much directed these questions at the President of the United States. And we were talking about President Biden. Yes, guys, Mitt Romney, you know he is one of our favorite Republicans. And yes, guys, he had a huge question. He said, we recently received the budget analysis from President Biden and the Biden administration, and he has big questions in regards to this particular report. He wants to know specifically why President Biden was not addressing the 25% drop in Social Security funds. He wants to know why that is not included or even addressed in President Biden's budget analysis. That is a good question, guys. We want to know. We heard previously during the campaign trail, as well as the last 2 years or so, how President Biden said that one of his top priorities is to have Social Security reform, in which he wants to be able to increase the monthly payments by $200 for our Social Security beneficiaries. And now we are projecting that there could be as much as 25% decrease in the Social Security payments for our Social Security beneficiaries. And yes, he wants to know why President Biden does not talk about this or even address it in his 2024 budget analysis. Now, I will say this is a huge question that Mitt Romney is proposing, even though we heard previously a long time ago in which Mitt Romney has suggested that we allow the entitlement programs to go ahead and die. However, he knows how much American people depend on this. He knows that over 66 million Americans depend on receiving receiving their monthly Social Security checks. And now he is pretty much fighting for it, or at least trying to be a major voice in the Republican Party for our Social Security recipients. And he has to know, guys, he wants to know, and he has pretty much directed the question to President Biden: why are you not addressing the shortfalls for our Social Security recipients? And so far, guys, he really hasn't gotten a definitive answer in regards to this question. Now, I will say, back on March the 15th, he did have a conversation on Capitol Hill in which he was discussing Social Security with Shalonda Young, which is the director of the White House Office and Management and Budget Office. Yes, he had discussions centering around Biden's fiscal 2024 budget proposal, in which he grilled Shalonda Young about whether she knew of any cuts to Social Security proposed by lawmakers, something that Biden has accused Republicans of trying to do. And now those particular cuts are on the table, and he has asked Shalonda Young, tell us why the budget proposal is not including these budget cuts to Social Security. He wants to know, number one, why is it not included in the budget proposal? Number two, what is the Biden administration going to do about it? And number three, why President Biden did not include this in the budget proposal? And number four, why isn't President Biden talking more about this between Democrats as well as Republicans? He has these four questions that he wants to know. And so far in this particular meeting on Capitol Hill, Shalonda Young couldn't really answer the question. She actually averted the question altogether. So anyways, guys, this is a huge concern right now, and it definitely is going to be a huge concern for our Social Security recipients. And hopefully we get answers. We get these answers very soon, because like I said, the U.S. debt ceiling is going to run out of money closer to the month of June. And we need to know, will our Social Security beneficiaries be expected to have cuts in regards to their monthly payments? We want to know, President Biden, answer the American people. Let us know what you're going to do. Let us know what you're going to fight for our Social Security recipients. We need to know, guys. But anyways, guys, that is all we have on the table in regards to our Social Security and Medicare recipients. Hopefully we get some answers very soon. And if so, I will bring those back to you very soon. But anyways, guys, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But feel free to check out some of the items down below in the description. There are a few opportunities for you to receive things like 12 free stocks from Webull, or you can receive 17 free stocks from Moomoo just by depositing at least like $1. Anyways, there are some other offers as well. Be sure to check out the links down below in the description. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.